into my summer shorts.
On Noom, I lost 10 pounds. I'm way more balanced in how I eat, balanced in how I think, and balanced in how I behave.
I lost 37 pounds with Noom. I'm 70 and I can parade around on the beach in a two-piece and still be proud of it.
Because of Noom, I have lost 63 pounds and kept it off for a year. I went to put on a watch from over a year ago and it was just like links. Like I could have fit 2 fingers in there.
I've been a Republican since Richard Nixon. So I was heavily invested in what I thought was the philosophy of the party.
Tear down this wall.
Strong defense.
Nasty, but don't put nothing past me. Now I got the pussy and the power if you ask me. Like the way she works, hey. She always puts me first.
Keep it real. Let's play a game. Simon says I'm still that bitch. Ayy, I'm still that bitch. Yeah, I'm a savage.
But Glocky when I ride in the Suburban, it's a codeine. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's
sassy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty, hacking, stupid. What's happening? What's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage. Yeah, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? What's happening?
I pull up like brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car with a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, you put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's safe to say I earned it, ain't a nigga gave me nothing. I'm ready to hop out on a nigga, get the bus. Know you heard me say you play, you late, don't make me push the butt. Full of pain, dropped enough tears to fill up a fucking bucket. Going for buggers, I bought a chopper. I got a big drum and hold 100. Ain't going for nothing, I'm ready to air it out on all these niggas. I can see I'm running. She talked to my mom, she hit me on FaceTime just to check up on me and my brother. I'm really the baby, she know that the youngest son was always guaranteed to get the money. Okay, let's go. She know that the baby boy was always guaranteed to get the loot. She know what I do, she know if I run from a nigga, I'ma pull it out, shoot. PTSD, I'm always waking up in cold sweats like I got the flu. My daughter a G, she saw me kill a nigga in front of her before the age of 2. Keep a Glocky when I ride in the Suburban. Was a codeine, had a young nigga swerving. I got the mop, watch me wash him like detergent. And I'm ballin', that's why it's diamonds on my jersey. Slide on outside and flip the block back, yeah, yeah. My junior popped him and left him lopsided, yeah, yeah. We spin his block, got the rebound in his ramen. For me one time, you can't cross me again. 1,200 horsepower, I get lost in the wind. If he talking on it, y'all depend, dolls and take his chin. Maybach SUV for my refugees. 5 blocks in the hood, put money in the streets. I was solo and the ops called me at the gas station. Had it on me 30,000, thought it was my last day. But they ain't even want no smoke. If I had to choose it, murder.
My whole life, I've dreamed of becoming an action hero.
Now, Kev, people are just raving about this new movie of yours. You are working with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, playing his comedy sidekick again.
Here's my question. Why can't I be an action star?
When she roll, oh, oh, oh. Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT, buzzing all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said that
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, your man a cheapskate, huh? Niggas gotta move off my release day, huh? Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is. But said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist, doing front flips. Giving you my number, but don't hit me on no dumb shit. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up,
When I found Oasis was closing, my heart sank.
The getting together part, the connecting up part seems to be, and it gets more important the older you get.
There it goes.
Hello,
everybody.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome.
What up, what up, what up? Zach the Kid. Let's get it. We're getting it. Oh, factor, burn the picket. Oh, factor. Alrighty. Into bullet. I don't want to see where Virgin Galactic is at. Oh shit. Wrong shit. Sorry. Let's take a picture of this. Alright, I already sent this screenshot. Alright, so let's see. Literally, it's about right here. That's bullish. I got a whole bag of. So alrighty. Let's see. Sorry. No, I don't have it on the hand. No, but oh, excuse me. Sorry. So we broke this red candle. I mean, this red line of support. So fuck list. Does not look juicy at all. Let's look at target. If we have a sell off tomorrow, I think I'm gonna buy. Why? Because if we have a sell off and we hold on this blue line for TSMA. Oh wait. Oh, this is a weekly. Shit. We already know we have to put the Fibonacci's. Oh, wrong one. That's funny. Why did coronavirus come out? Alright, so tell you, this is the weekly. So, how is next week looking? Let's see. It's not look juicy. Because I set off tomorrow, and if we hit this, go back up. So, charts like what we could do is. Yeah, Target does not look good to trade. What about Walmart? Walmart, bro. Let's see. Alright. Why did we not catch it? One more. Oh. I got it for some David about this. Walmart announced Walmart's been flat. Announced Walmart Plus. It's been flat. What do you mean Walmart Plus? I don't really check to the news, bro. All I do is technical analysis. Usually the technical analysis, either sometimes you can know that something big is going to happen if it already makes a move, because the big money, the market movers, they have so much money and so much money invested that for them, the news is going to hit first, you know? So if anything, you're going to see the movement on charts before anything. And then once the news hits, it goes more, you know what I mean? So I take notes on a video that's this guy that he trades like that, and he explains it how and everything. It's pretty cool. My boy also does it. So I don't really look at news, but what up? Arsonist. Hey, bro. What's up? Remember that day you were laughing at me, Walmart, because I did a funny ass ascending triangle? What? Remember the day you made fun of me? What day was that? It was, so today is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. On Monday, when you showed me Walmart, and you're like, should we look at some Walmart? You remember?
I have a bad memory.
It was. Oh, and that's what he said. So this fool. So alright. So I guess Walmart announced Walmart Plus or some shit like that. So one of the people watching texted it, said Walmart announced Walmart Plus has been flat. AH. What does AH mean? Or he probably meant But well, basically on Wednesday, when we were over there trading Twitter, fucking Walmart broke that little fucking weird ass ascending triangle I had. it literally shot up. So imagine if the news people like the big money makers already knew it was gonna happen, so they sold it off just so they could catch this fucking big ass gap. You know what I mean?
I was surprised.
Like talking about what you told me, like about the shit you told me that when market movers, what they tend to do before some shit big happens. I don't know. It would make sense because it was selling off since. Oof. But so yeah, it did that, and it went from. Hold on. It went from basically in one day, in one whole fucking day, bro. It jumped literally. It was, and this is Walmart, 7%.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Walmart don't move like that. Hey, bro. Damn, Walmart got bought back quick too. It hit all-time highs. Damn, and we broke above the purple line. I wouldn't. David, Walmart has 130 calls at SSN for 47K volume. Well, yeah, that's like the good ass contract. That's like what everybody would have. We could hit that shit next week. Yeah, 133. Fool, look at the week. Are you up?
I was sleeping right now.
Fool, get your ass up and stream and look at charts or something.
What kind of shit?
Fool, really?
Yeah.
The money ain't never tired, bro. Oh my mama, I slept late ass night sometimes too, fool. You gotta wake your ass up, man. I mean, wake up.
Yeah, when I wake up.
Fool, really? You always say that, you never do.
Yeah. Good night.
Fool, really?
Peace out.
Alright, pussy. Pussy ass. Hey, and the volatility ain't that bad. 31. Shit, I'll take these. Let's see the options profit. Or is that even the best? Let me see. Option profit calculator. Let's see what's the best trade. Walmart. Save. So my boy got me on this app, bro. It's a paid app, but I think it's a one-time fee, and it gives like you basically put the price targets and shit, and you put how much by when and shit, and how much you want to like play with, and it gives you the best percentages. Sometimes you gotta double check, check the volume, and see if that's really the best play. But other times they do tell you a good ass plays, you know what I mean? So just giving you a little tip. So next week, so 7 days, let's say let's use 20%, 10% of one of the accounts. We'll do it off mine or probably the co account. Might ask Dave to see if he wants to join it on the co account. If he wants to trade on the co account, or if he wants to, or if I'll just trade it on mine if he doesn't want to. But 10% is 200. That's whack. For what did we hit? What did we fucking? Well, tomorrow we're gonna go close. If we don't get the fuck up. If we don't get the fuck up. So, alright. What are we listening to, bro? Shit your ass up. Alright. July 17, 9:30. If we hit, fucking niggas like for bricks. $1 million nigga, but be posting in the bricks. Maybe the only reason they're worth, the only reason that how much have they gone up? Maybe because it's gone up, but I doubt it. I'm saying you're making a thing of damn. You trap the merch, I don't know who I am. That went from 81 cents to 150. I don't know. It's worth it at the same time that you make 87% here. But oh, it's because it's at 127. Not even that much. Shit, well, it looks bullish as fuck, especially once it works off that, it respects that line. So what we can see is we're hitting 129 for sure. Shit. Do you think we could hit 137? I mean, if we break. Damn, especially like candles like these are sexy.
I've been a Republican since Richard Nixon, so I was heavily invested in what I thought was the philosophy of the party. Strong defense, fiscal restraint, family values, less government, and more reliance on individual effort. Donald Trump has no values that Republicans used to have. I've never seen a man in public view be so immoral. He'll be heard making some extremely crude comments. Be so petulant and vindictive. I don't know what I said. Supported our mortal enemies who had denigrated POWs, decorated combat war heroes.
What the fuck? Walmart Plus price lunch date and everything you need to know. Walmart will soon challenge Amazon Prime. I don't know. I don't think so. It could be a big failure. Get ready for the biggest retail battle for the century. What up?
Want it to be with lemon and chamoy?
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you. Get ready for the biggest battle of the century. Walmart Plus is here. Cool. You're still with me, Arson? You want me to read this with you? I mean, you want me to read this? Or what? Let me know. Let me know. If not, I won't read it, fool. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm still ready to Loki. Are you with us, Arson? To be honest, bro, I'm looking at options and I'm just trying to learn them. Oh, you're not that familiar? I thought you had experience by the way you were talking about it for volume and everything. Like some new beginner doesn't know that much, you know, especially not the volume part. The volume part is something that people would be like, oh, well, I didn't look into that, you know, like because the volume is the main reason why you buy and sell, because you could buy it and you could sell it quick. If you can't sell it, there's not that much people selling it, then you won't fucking get it sold. It's like everything else in the life. It's just like everything else in life. If you buy something that not much people are looking into, you're not gonna sell it. So get ready for the biggest retail battle of the century. Market Plus is a new membership program that will reportedly launch this month. This server will directly compete against Amazon Prime, and if recent reports are accurate, it could undercut Amazon on price while offering similar perks. Walmart hasn't made any public comments about the service, but it has launched a Walmart Plus teaser website that indicates that the server is almost here. The landing page also mentions saving money, and so Walmart Plus is bound to include other perks like deals and promos. According to Vox.com, Walmart Plus will launch this month. A Walmart spokesperson confirmed that membership offering and name to Tom's Guide, but declined to comment further. Here's what we've heard about Walmart Plus so far and how it compares to Amazon Prime based on the latest leaks. What is Walmart Plus? 3 factors. 1, volume. 2, movement. 3, price in that order. IMHO. What's IMHO? In my honest opinion. My bad, bro. But yeah, that's... The fuck was on my screen, bro? Yeah. No, it's true, bro. And I mean, not just only those 3 factors, you know, but those are 3 important factors you have to look into always. Like, I look into a lot of things. I like to see it as an, alright, think about it like this. If there's 5 people thinking differently, right? Because the stock market, it's like different people that think differently. If I think that this is looking bullish, or if there's gonna be someone that thinks this is looking bearish. So why? Because that's why there's buyers and sellers. There's people that buy my contract, and then there's people that sell it to me. So that's crazy how there's different people that think differently. So basically, if everything's matching up, what happens? Well, it starts getting bought back, and everything starts going up, and it starts running your way, right? So what you need to do is you need to find not a strategy, you gotta find a strategy that gets a little bit of all, and if it plays all of them, that's super bullish. If it plays some of them, you can still play. That's how I play it. So I do percentages. The max I use is 10% of my account, so I don't run. So this is I do it on my individual account, but on my co-account, the one we just opened with, or the one I just opened with my boy David, what's it called it's also that one is strictly our risk management is 10% of the account when we're super bullish, and 12% of our account if we're super bullish, 9% if we're alright, and 6% if it's like YOLOs. So like the ones that we think it'll hit it, and so like watch. So I enter some YOLOs on my personal account. So I think our co-account is gonna show. Yeah, this is our co-account. So this is how we ended on our co-account. This is my boy David's account, but it's the one we use as our co-account. So we opened it about a week, if not like a week and a half ago. So no more than a month. So June 30th, we started doing some plays, and then we're doing good. We made $100, and then we sold off, and then when we closed our contracts, we're like, all right, we gotta revise. One day we went hard at it. We did some charting, and I looked at Twitter, and we did some N phase. We did some D dog. We lost on Nlock. We lost on KO, but we made money on D dog, N phase. What else? D dog, N phase, Twitter. I didn't bring the notebook. I have a notebook. Well, we have the notebook in the office. What's it called? Which ones we've entered? Verizon. We lost money on Verizon. We could have cut at a profit, but I was letting them. I was trying to squeeze it out, and I didn't get to squeeze it out. But yeah. So N phase, we were holding these by the end of the month. These just been going up. We don't use a lot of our account. You see, 155. That's about 10 to about that's like about 9%. So, and then right here in this one, we accidentally used more than 10% of our account, but we're still profits. 140. This one played out. This one was weird. So this one, my homie, he put an order to fill 3 in, and he canceled it, and then he tried to get filled in at a smaller price, and he did it again, and when that happened, both of them executed, and so we had 6. And then it sold off. It sold off in the morning, and I was just like, damn, it looks like we're going up. It was just hitting 21 level. So when it hit 21 right here, I think it was, it was over here. I added a contract. I was like, fuck it, and I got filled. So that averaged it was down to 30 solid from the 33s. We bought some at 32, 31, and then I bought one at 21. So we brought it down to 30 at least, and that averaged it up. So that made us make that bread. So I hope we stay green. Let's see how we look afterwards. We're staying normal, so that's good. In my honest opinion, N phase looks bullish, but we'll look at those charts right now. Now let's look at my other account. How long have you been in the market, like learning and shit? If I could ask you. If you don't mind me asking. What do you guys think? About a month. Damn, that's not bad. And for you to know like that much of decency of it, like a good amount of it, that's good, bro. What's called? I suggest you read books. I have this book that I'm reading right now, Value Investing. I've read Intelligent Investor, or some of it. I've also read Security Analysis. Which one else? Oh, I want to read. No, I only have those. This one, Intelligent Investor, Security Analysis. Well, Intelligent Investor, I just needed like chapter 2. I've lost about 1,000. Got some long plays that did harder than I thought they would, and I think I'll rebound. They'll rebound in September. Down. What are they? If you want, we could look at them. But I'll tell you something, bro. If it looks more of a downtrend than an uptrend, bro, cancel them and re-enter. That's your best option. Unless they're like worthless, and you're like, alright, fuck it. You know? But I ran my account, bro, before too. I have about, I'm in September. I'm gonna have a full year that I started because it's September. CCL. Damn. That sucks. I lost money on CCL too, but not like too much. But what's called, I made money off CCL. So I wrote a CCL from when I was 12 to 13. I bought stocks. I didn't buy contracts. I just bought stocks, shares. I bought into them before I learned about stop losses. Oh, that's good. It's all good. It's all good. The good thing is you look, bro. One thing people don't understand, or not don't understand, but just some people won't get it, is that to make it out in life, to become a millionaire, I'm pretty sure they had to fail a lot more. And if they didn't fail, they got lucky, or they just had a good mentor, you know. And not everybody has that. So basically, for me, I know I never had a good mentor. I know I never had money. I came from nothing. So how I seen it, it was, all right, I had to fall, but the hardest part is I had to revise. Revise is basically learn what you did wrong and why you did it wrong. That's hard because you can't realize what you did wrong. Someone, like, until you see a bad consequence, right? So, exactly, I'm learning, paying my tuition. That's how I seen it. When I lost, I was just like, all right, at least I'm learning, and I'm basically paying someone to teach me that lesson. And it sucks, but you learn, you know. The sucky part is when you don't learn out of that lesson, you know, and you keep doing it, and then that just becomes a gamble. Me personally, I know it's not a gamble when it comes to fundamentals and technical analysis. If you know how to do those two things, which is looking at news and seeing if it was already oh my god, Baba! Oh no. Haha, I got Bob back. That's crazy. I wrote Baba down right here. Just day trading it. Oh, I'm Boeing. Oh, where's Boeing at? Damn. I want to see what those contracts ended up at. Look at them 170 put. They're just day trades, you know? Why can't you see it? That sucks. That's dumb. But yeah, so on this portfolio, the cool thing is, look, bro. One thing we like. So on this one, today, or like I'm playing some YOLOs. These are some YOLOs. I only entered 100 of my capital, so that's 5%. YOLO, I'm good to lose $100, but I'm at 50, and that helped me actually not almost break even. You know, so that means I one thing as you can see in my account. So not this one. So basically, I at least managed to break even from almost last yesterday's open. So slowly I'm growing, you know. ATOS in a 5D wedge looks to break up upwards if the trend holds. ATOS. Where do you look your charts on, bro? What do you like using? Do you like using TD Ameritrade as well? That's all I love using. What my do does look juicy though, so. Alright, so I use Fidelity ATP. I'm thinking of switching. My homie has a Fidelity account, but we don't use that for charts. We use TD Ameritrade for charts. Jeez, bro. Thank you.
You could put turkeys in there. And I think that's his name.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, bro. So, what I want to do is, I want to buy long. So I want to see what I could get. I want to see the biggest bang for my buck, right? So, what do? I just go to options. Well, first we look at what options look fucking sexy. Oh my. Let's look at some Walmart plays for long, like for next week. Cause this is how you want to see it, bro. So me personally, I'm out of day trades, so I like playing it safe. So we're holding support above this red line, which means hella bullish on that. All right, and then this is widening up. We can see like some. So dailies. So basically, we want and especially, bro, what sucks the most is tomorrow's Friday is usually a Friday sell off, and not only that, data kills you on the weekend, like for the 3 days. So. But that it's gonna hit the level and break out. I'm hella bullish about it. Ah, fuck. Especially that level right there. Cause look how respected that purple line, bro. So, most definitely, we could get another two green candles, especially after one red. Look, we get one red and we could get two green. So one red and two green. I think so. Uh, let's see. All right, so Walmart is just looking really bullish for me. I don't know if you guys see it. I know Artisan does. Artisan is just looking at these charts good. Alright. Volume average. I know volume it went up. I like the 14th August 130 card, like I said, though. New two options. Alright, so the options, bro. What's the volume and the open interest for those? I think if Walmart multi tops. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, look, what we try to see is where volume breaks. So, you see how right here we consolidate and we kind of break a bit. Then we sell off, we're low, and we get bought back quick. Look at this, we're above. We might stay above. How do you know we could sell off when we're down below it? Huge sell off, but if we keep going down below. Alright. So we just gotta look at the volume. What I'm basically trying to say is we gotta have high volume when we're breaking these. Because you see at this point we had low ass volume be underneath the yellow. Not bad. And then right here looks like the volume could be growing. Okay. It looks like the Bears have covered it with long puts. Could just be hedging though. That's good. You know what hedging is too. How do you know they have long puts? Preferably low. And because if they think that that sounds straight like a hedge. Damn, far out the money as. Alright. That's weird, bro. I don't see. There's not one play here I see that's good. I mean that I've seen that like puts on a nice cue. After doing all-time highs, I think yeah, that one sounds reasonable. I waked off yellow. Oh, this is a good. Oh yeah, this look bullish. Fool, that's funny because I'm bullish as fuck on Swing too. By the looks of it. But I think she will. Like we already look at that put though. That's got to be spreads, right? That's in multiple top. Look at that put though. What put though? Walmart? On SPY. Oh, yeah, spread. But you think that's how you could see that through here though? Like that they make spreads? I don't know, I haven't used that site much. I mean, because it would have made sense why for the same date, especially for the same date. And, like, it makes total sense. The expiration date, a con to put. So, how you do it is you will sell. You'll buy the call a little bit outside of the money, and you will sell the put a little bit inside of the money. So, yeah. And then the call is more implied volatility, while the put doesn't. So that means the put will, if it goes down lower, it will. IV's at. Oh no, there's more. There's more IV in it going down than going up. Never mind. Never mind. I accidentally messed up. There's more IV on the one going down and the one going up. And if SPY drops, the put prints like a motherfucker. If SPY goes up, it doesn't print as hard, but it still prints. Yeah. Supposedly. But in a way, is since they're both out the money and it should. Yeah, that's true. And this one should print more. Well, we could look at it. Doesn't hurt to look. See if what you're saying is right. Let's test your hypothesis, my boy. How old are you, bro? You don't mind me asking? Oh shit. 35, sick. How long you been in this? Like, oh yeah, for a month. Never mind. How'd you find out about trading? I think options will change your life, bro, because it's an easy way to make money. Even though it'll fuck you up, it'll run your account. I bought into the company I work for. I'm in for 200 shares. What do you work for? I'd rather not disclose that info since I own shares in them. True, you can't. That'd be like what, insider trading, can I? Don't be a pussy fool. I'm just kidding. My boy's working on a Discord, but it's gonna look somewhat similar to this one. We're just gonna name it different. This was a name that we're thinking about, Dolby Equity, but we're changing it to probably Zoom In Stocks, I think. But this is Twitter, bro. Oh wait, where's Twitter? Twitter, right? Potentially I'd like to stay from the race. Not yet. I'll cool. I ain't tripping, you gotta do what you gotta do though. I can't zoom in. Fuck it. Alright, so I seen this on Monday. And once we closed the above it as a confirmation, I said we're shooting up. We're gonna break these three. So I bought the contracts on Monday. I think on Monday, like about right here, and I rolled them up and tomorrow until the next day. And the next day I sold them at green. I think at pink. Once it hit 33, like I said it would. I sold and it sold off, and we can see how it ended up being. I ended up making out of all the trades I did off Twitter, I made 285%. So on the daily, boom, and confirmation. Then I literally bought, sold, and then I bought where was it? Oh no, so I bought, and then the second day I sold that top. It sold off, and I had entered like about right here. So it sold off, and my contracts were down. I averaged down, and it shot up. And I accidentally sold that 35 right here because I thought it was gonna wake off that, and it didn't. And when we shot up, we shot all the way to 36, and I missed out of. I think it was another 100%, another 100 or 200%. I would have made 400% on the week. But we lose some. Like the cool thing is that my gains been more than my losses, so I've gotten more percentages. I've let my winners win more than my losses lose. You know, so I could say my risk management right now is okay. I am determined to make it better, but I will make it better, you know? But we respected that line of Fibonacci. Oh. Do you use the fibs? Do you use fibs? Or how do you trade, bro? Do you trade with kettles? Do you trade with SMAs? Damn, I was aiming it for long term. I was like, if we don't and we hit down, I'm trading with Bollinger Bands on a VMA currently. I used to do Boiler Bands, but to be honest, like it respects the Celts way better, bro. Like I try to see what patterns, what are traders or what is everybody trading at right now. And to be honest, so far this has been the best setup, bro. Like hedge funds use fibs, especially, bro. Look, as a matter of fact, do you want to take notes? Do you want to take notes? I can show you some videos, bro, that are actually good videos that are supposed to be paid for It's I don't know if you heard about some guy named Trading Ninja. He does crazy ass calls, but because he uses fibs. So like like these calls, you could have done a one by the end of the week, basically a YOLO that it was gonna hit 363, 36, and he makes those calls, bro, and he hits them, and he would have executed this play probably way better than what I would. And so that fool is really smart. He sells his Discord. My boy bought it and he downloaded the videos and he showed them to me. And that's how I have this strategy. And so thankfully I got it for free in a way. I got it for free, but I opened up an account for both of us, which is that co-account that I told him he could trade off until he makes some bread, and then once, because he's smart and he's made money off the market, crazy money off the market quick. In 1 month, that fool made 10 bands. But he got too emotional, and like when you get too emotional and you make 10 bands, bro, quick off the market, you culture pounds appear to be tighter than boiler bands. Yeah, they're just tighter, bro, but they're more for sure, you know. Like, alright, think about it like this: even though, let's say boiler bands are wider, you know, let's say the boiler bands are wider. These, alright, how I see it is that sometimes it drops down way below this line, but it always does shit like that. So right here it dropped below, so it would drop down below until it finds some sign of support. I put this as its next sign of support because I was like, alright, where's everything else supporting? I said, I seen this and I seen this, and so I seen that right here act like resistance, and previously it was almost acting like support, right? So it taps a lot right there, so you know, and so I was like, alright, that looks like it's going back up, and boom. So in a way, yeah, it is wider, and it'll probably, you know, maybe right here it rebounded right off that, but right here I see that it wicked off this, showing some sign of resistance, support on that green, showing that shit on Friday, if we don't sell off, well, look, do you think we're gonna sell off when in this candle we're above that yellow line? What happens when we're above the yellow line? Well, right here we sold off, so never mind. But you see these? This is what I see. That's fine. So do you think the next candle could be red, or if it is red, how bad could it be? Is that RSI? No, this is the volume average. So it's volume and then the average volume in the back. The RSI, I used to look at that. I would look at that for bullish divergence and bearish divergence. I played, what was that stock that I played as a bullish? I forgot which stock it was. And I used the RSI and it worked. It was a bullish divergence. A bullish divergence is something like, for me, it's like those ascending triangles, you know, like on the RSI, it looks like the sellers. There's more or less sellers, so when that happens, that means it usually is about to flip the switch, and it usually does. When every time on the RSI, when the bullish diversion appears, it flips the switch. That's sexy right there. But have you read any books about trading, like of anything? I mean, you sound pretty smart, my dude. Like, I'm pretty sure you've done your research. So, and for being in a month and only losing a band, that's great, bro. Like you know how to, you know what? Let me just cut it and let me just, you know, learn. And you learn, bro, in a month to learn all that shit. Damn, I learned. All right, but also for me, I've always found it as a. I have not. I've been all over YouTube. YouTube's good, bro, but YouTube is more like, I don't know. I think like I learned off YouTube too, so I can't say anything about YouTube, but I've learned about like long terms and how hedge funds act on books like value investing, security analysis. I want to learn risk management more, so that one and most of Intelligent Investor. Oh, and then Trading Wizards. And then there's this one that my boy David is telling me to read. It's about options, like how to trade options or some shit like that, and like it tells you exactly how options work and shit. I think that's good. So alright, so fuck Twitter. Let's go back to what we're doing. So we're here in this one. So we got the select option. We're looking at SPY. Oh, you can't. What the fuck? Alright, so SPY call 322. Damn, that's close. That's close to the money. SPY 322. Oh yeah. SPY 322 December 18. December 18. Cause oh no, but not for this is where I like to calculate the profits of my options. So select option. 320. Oh, December 18. 322. God damn! These motherfuckers got bread. Shit. So it's saying what the fuck? Bro, these are fucking easy to make money. Look, you would have to hit 340 by the end of the year so you can make at least $600. You're only risking 1,600. I mean, that's still a big risk, but like the levels of it, like 28 fool, you'll hit 28 by the end of the fucking week. I don't know, these shit's looking sexy, bro. To even play one, bro. The fuck? Now let's look at the put. So the put is the same, just the opposite, right? But For what? Oh. It's for put 279. 279. December 18th. 279 put. Oh. Damn, fool, these are worth less. Maybe even false. Then, even if it goes up. Shit, I don't think it would be like a. I don't think that would be like shit, or what if elections and everything? Nah, but there, it looks like there's more profits to win on the other one. Like, how do you do? Alright, so let's look at August 28, underneath 312, 280. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 91%, 1,100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now let's go to the other one. Time I will start to feel electric pains in September from what I've read. It could be hedge against elections. That's what I'm saying. But I would still buy the long. I don't know. But I don't think elections would bring it back down to the threes, would it? 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 118. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, bro. Biden talking about bringing the pain to capital gains. Oh, hell no. Then I find out it's gonna make me wanna stop trading. They already fuck us with 20%. I'm gonna start long-term investing. So they don't charge me with shit. I want to buy CCL, but once it hits 8 again, they're gonna report news. Ride the star market down. Puts. Make Biden pay for. Alright, so now let's look at. As a matter of fact, we could look at the news. CNBC. Biden says investors don't need me. Call for end of era of shareholder capitalization. They barely said that. Throughout this crisis, Donald Trump has been almost singularly focused on the stock market. In down in Nasdaq, not you, not your families. Biden said Thursday in the speech in Pennsylvania. Amount of policies Biden described on Thursday and his tax hike for corporations. There's a lot of room in tax policy to be both sensible and fair and to promote economic growth, said Jack Lew, a supporter of Biden and former Treasury Secretary. The fuck? CP ratio on SPY is bearish. Oh yeah. Oh, I was thinking of a downturn because it was looking stupid bearish yesterday, but it just kept holding. So through this crisis, Donald Trump has been almost singularly focused on the stock market. Alright, yeah. Among the policies Biden describes Thursday as a tax hike for corporations. His plans called for a 28%. What the fuck? And well above 21% set. Well above the 21% set by Trump's 2017 tax bill, but still below where the top rate was previously. Jack Lew, who served as Treasury Secretary when Biden was Vice President, said Thursday on closing bell that when the Obama administration discussed tax reform, a 21% rate was lower than even what business leaders were asking for, and that the economy would withstand higher taxes. There's a lot of room in tax policies to be both sensible and fair and to promote economic growth, said Lew, a supporter of Biden. The U.S. stock market sold off sharply beginning in late February as coronavirus pandemic began to spread in the U.S. and European before hitting its recent bottom on March 23rd. Since then, SPY 500 has rallied more than 40% with unprecedented support from the Federal Reserve and the CARES Act, which expanded unemployment benefits and provided other fiscal reliefs. The broad market index is still down more than 2% for the year. The market rebound has come despite a dramatic increase in jobless claims that saw the unemployment rate rise to levels not seen since World War II. Unemployment was still above 11% in June, despite a record gain of jobs recorded according to the Labor Department. Trump said in a tweet Monday that the investment accounts would disintegrate and disappear if Biden won in November. Trump said in a tweet Monday that investment accounts would disintegrate and disappear if Biden won. If you want your 401ks and stocks, which are all getting close to all-time highs, Nasdaq is already there to disintegrate and disappear. Vote for radical left. Do nothing Democrats and corrupt Joe Biden. Massive tax hikes. They will make you very poor fast. I'm fucking weak. I fucking love Trump, bro. I need to open up a Twitter, bro. Talking about that. I need to open up a Weibo. That's where we're transferring our accounts to. Lew said that Biden winning the presidency and Democrats taking control of the both houses of Congress would not be a negative for investors. I think that the markets of the economy would be doing a lot better if we had stable leadership in Washington, if we had an experienced hand during times of crisis, Lew said. Fuck Lew. Lew keeps saying a lot of shit. Former Treasury Secretary Jack Lew on the debate of opening risk. Let's see this Jack Lew. Ugly ass. SPY 6-minute chart is heading into an upward wedge. Bro, it's hard to say what's gonna happen because who's supporting Trump are the investors, $1 million investors. Like they got so much how to tell you, so much word out, and especially think about it like this. All right. Graph of new investors 2020. Look at this image of new investors. No. No. I swear I seen. Young investors fall into stocks seeing generational buying movement instead of risk. The coronavirus market downturn spurred young people, in some cases for the first time in their lives, to get started with an investing. A spike in new accounts at online broker shows that the young and unexperienced investors saw that the coronavirus downturn as an entry point into the world of investing and not a time to hunker down. New investors who sense a generational buying moment do not have much background in the equity space. Citi chief U.S. equity strategist Tobias Levokovich said in the note to clients, "We have heard anecdotally about, I don't know how to pronounce it, don't judge me, about younger individuals with less market experience viewing the March plunge as a unique time to start portfolios, and often crowding into a tech arena, purchasing the stocks whose service or products they know or use." Use. The major online broker Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, and Robinhood saw new accounts grow as much as 170% in first quarter, when stocks experienced the fastest bear markets and worst first quarter in history. But young people apparently saw it as an opportunity to begin buying familiar technology stocks. No mames. That's crazy. So as you see, numbers grew. So for me, I see as numbers also grew for voters for Trump, because Trump's the one of the big movers of one of the big market movers. Why? Because anything he says, shit, has an effect. Supreme Court says my head on the so. Now the thing is, big restaurant chains are recovering faster than the rest of the industry. Oh yeah, no shit. Someone wants to go to a small, the around the block neighborhood Italian restaurant that doesn't seem as legit as a McDonald's because people think McDonald's is a white people owned company, so it should be safe and sanitary. While if you go to a family restaurant, like why not? Obviously it's gonna be more popular, especially because they're drive-throughs and all that. Look at the chances. Look, you're offsetting the chances right here. The big chains, they already got drive-throughs. They got all that shit. Obviously, it's gonna be recovering more. These motherfuckers gotta deal with closing stuff. But that's how news is manipulated sometimes. You gotta. How I see news is I don't really put much attention to it because the market could tell you everything. But what's it called? You do use it as some fundamental analysis, just to be like, oh, if it does switch or reverses, and you see signs of reverses because of that news, So I'm not saying not all the time. You can know what's coming up, but sometimes, right? California and Florida hit record of average daily coronavirus cases as hospitalization surge. Okay. Hey, arsonist, do you want to look at those videos? Take some notes. They're good videos, bro. You let me know though, because I think you're the only ones watching. And usually I would stream about it. I'm about to head to bed. Yeah, well, I need to go to bed too, but I was thinking about 9. But, alright then, bro. Well, either way, I might have to do it, so. Because these videos got to be up in 6 hours for pre-market. Yeah, you already know. Wait, are you have any shares? Go to my boys account. Look, these right here. I have to download it. Download that anyway. At least watch a little bit so you see what this fool talks about. He shows how he sees charts and why they play out how they're supposed to play out. Oh, I'm ready.
A little bit earlier than usual. Everything's already done. Got my personal stuff out of the way. Currently, we are looking at Huntington Ingalls Industries, HII. We're currently looking at the weekly, which I should actually start on the monthly.
Let's start talking about all this shit. See, this is the weekly.
Here's the visual of the monthly. Just get rid of some of the nonsense that I have here. HII. We're currently looking at the weekly, which I should actually start on the monthly. Here's the visual of the monthly. Just get rid of some of the nonsense that I have here. These flags I actually like. I'll keep them there. This is the actual bigger flag. this nice bull flag here. Not sure if my points add up right or evenly.
Oh, that mom brings some nachos, so I'm gonna leave it on so you can hear it out. But hold up.
Okay, so I was actually looking at this into the close, but actually didn't take any position because it was already too late. What caught me today was calls are pretty cheap. I was thinking more out the money monthlies with a lot of time for these, because this is actually looks like it's bottoming, and it bounced off the bottom of the flag. We have this point here. Here's top of channel, comes back down here in the beginning of the year, and it starts taking off, which is actually somewhat of a good sign. Like when a stock takes off in the beginning of the year from a bottom, actually from a yearly low previously, usually does pretty well after that. Sometimes may retest it in a sense, depending on the trend. So with this one, this is the daily chart. What I like about it is it's been going through a couple of red days, like here. This had a few red days before bottoming, then channeling out, and then moving along. This was a strong channel. I mean, it was slim pickings, making any profit going up. It was actually small gains. But here is where it got me. So immediately, the first thing I did was I opened up my extensions and I did a retracement. I didn't use the retracement, but I did my extension. I pulled up from the bottom to the top of here and pulled back from here. But I actually drew it all the way over here. Why? Because I wanted to see how it lines up. The key areas to break above and to hold. So this is what I did. And this came out pretty nice. I like everything here. What gets me is, I want to show you guys. I don't know if it was a month, it was a daily. I think it actually was the weekly. Yes, it was the weekly that stood out to me. I was on mobile. And it was this candle. Look at the vacuum. They vacuumed up, then they vacuumed back down. But the vacuum back down, after it broke this gray bar, it vacuumed down within 2 candles or 2 weeks and reclaimed the 14 SMA. So here, bouncing off a strong support, which is 196.16, if you go over it, was also considered a breakout level for this bull flag here.
You watching this,
which
Harrison?
also started at the 14 SMA. A lot of these bull flag breaks start at the 14 SMA. As you can see here, 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 another bull flag here, 14 SMA, and right above. Me, I'm seeing a vacuum right back up. So 2 things I check when I'm looking at weekly charts. I look at the weekly ranges. Very, very important.
It looks sick, huh?
Weekly
Like
ranges. I look at
knows.
the gap size
You see how when
between
he talks about
the 14 and 30 SMA
you drop those
to
Fibonacci,
basically place
but
my.
when they line up,
It lets me know what calls I want to buy
it's
or
like-
what puts I want to buy.
It's like it's just like a horny
So
ass
here,
player,
last week we had a
it has to
weekly
play.
range of
And that's what he's talking about.
13.73. Before that, 11.98. Before that, it was a small range, 5.6 range. Here we have a 7.57 range.
And he also
The
does
210 calls are actually pretty
the
cheap. But the
Fibonacci,
C210, we would basically have to
retracement or
retest somewhat
extension.
of this level here. That would actually be
Extension
very
to
bullish
see
going
what's the
forward.
support. So what you
So I
think
look at
will rebound
when
off of.
there's big candles on a weekly, I look at the following green candle. After that, for example, down here, off the trend line, big red, which was 22 range, and then it was a 17 range. So that's 5-point difference, right? This one was just huge. This was a 45-point range, then it was a 14 range. Here we have a 13 range, and here we have a 7-point range. So it would definitely be a lotto to play the 210 calls. It would definitely be smart to play 205 calls if there are 205 calls. I like this one as a long-term play for the bull flag, especially. But more importantly, the weekly 1430 SMA. We opened up below it and now we're closing above it. Target is 220. Once you get over 215, 227, and then we get 247. Hitting that, well, I already did my channels, and this is what I got. I'm gonna show you guys.
See how he says, "Oh, we hit those 3 candle combos. It'll hit the 247." So it looks sexy.
And as you can see, this is actually a mini bull flag too as well. So many red days. Finally see some green. Nice cup and handle here, as you can see, and you got a sideways inverted head and shoulders too. I like this chart a lot. I like the setup more importantly. I even did an inverted chart just to make sure everything lined up perfectly, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. See, this would be the trend going north. So I'll edit that, color it green, show you guys the trending. And this would be the downtrend here on this side. Let's have it touch here. And this would be red. Basically for the downtrend. Open up a little bit more, give you guys an idea. So over 215.77 is very bullish.
Give me a follow, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you're following me already.
I don't see why that won't happen.
What's it called? Give me a follow and just.
So short term, to get the next, basically, this is another thing I do. Actually, I'm going to remove this for you guys. But I like to mess around with my extensions. Why?
Let me pause it real quick. So basically, I go live at night, do some notes, and do some chart revisions for about 2-3 hours. And then in the mornings, I wake up at 6 and I start streaming around 6:20ish. You know, I put up the screen that I'll be starting soon, so people join. I don't get that much people simply because I'm barely starting off. I've got about a week doing it, and I think the max views I've gotten on one day by itself is 5. But I mean, little by little, you know. So my goal is to be still constantly. So if you ever want to take notes or want to see, how's this food doing, you know, feel free to check up. Hit that follow, you know, and I would appreciate it. But good night, bro. I hope you're green tomorrow if you have any contracts or anything. All I'm in is those YOLOs. I know you're already gonna go to sleep. I keep holding you off, but all I'm in is those YOLOs and on my personal and the other one. In the end phase. Damn, my boy Arson didn't follow. It's all good. Alright guys, so then let's go back to our videos.
This low.
And let's get the notebook out.
The most recent, like the most nearest high over here, right? And then pull back down to here. They all still line up no matter what.
Ain't no way I'ma switch. How many faking they streams? Getting they plays from machines. I can see behind the smoke and mirrors, niggas ain't really big as they seem. I never say anything. Everybody got their thing. Some niggas make millions, other niggas make memes. I'm on a money routine. I don't want smoke, I want cream. I don't want no more comparisons. This is a marathon, and I'm aware I've been playing it back from a lack of promotions. I never was one for the bragging and boasting. I guess I was hoping the music would speak for itself, but the people want everything else. Okay, no problem, I show up on every one album. You know what the outcome will be. I'm betting 1,000. It's got to the point that these rappers don't even like rapping with me. Fuck it, come my nigga 21 Savage just hit me and told me he sent me a spot on a new record he got. He called it a lie. I open my book and I jot. Pray for Takashi, they wanting a rap. I picture him inside a cell on a cot, reflecting on how he made it to the top, wondering if it was worth it or not. I pray for Markel cause they fucked up his shot. Just want you to know that you got it, my nigga. Though I never met you, I know that you special and that the Lord bless you. Don't doubt it, my nigga. Dennis Smith Jr., stay solid, my nigga. I'm on a tangent, not how I planned it. I had some fans that hopped in a band and shit when they thought that I wasn't gon' pan. Now I got a plan. They say that success is the greater revenge. Tell all your friends, call on a mission, submitting the spot is the greatest that did it before it all ends, nigga. How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many niggas you shot?
Wait, hey, woo! You feeling sturdy, shake it. She like the way that I dance, she like the way that I move, she like the way that I rock, she like the way that I woo, and she let it clap for a nigga, and she throw it back for a nigga, yeah, she throw it back for a nigga, like a Mary, Billie Jean, Christian Dior, come up in all the stores, when it rains it pours, she like the way I
New Da Vinci, hop out of quadruple, walking Fendi, rocking Fendi, I'm printing a car to Royce, I pull up a van to door, I live on the doors of jaw, these bro niggas shopping at Ross, we back in Dior, Christian Dior, I got Valentino denim, brand new Michael Murray denim, and these Ricky on denims, I drop the bat, they gonna hit him, this baddie wanna pop a skittle, I'm tired of niggas telling riddles, till they foreign whipping through the ghetto, Seal 6, bitch, lime green, riding 911, Porsche yellow, playing Paddock in an AP, they got 50 pointers in the bezel, speeding whipping like Toretto, push the products in the pedal, make us swallow down the middle, we some giant niggas.
She like the way that I dance, she like the way that I move, she like the way that I rock, she like the way that I woo, and she let it clap for a nigga, and she throw it back for a nigga, yeah, she throw it back for a nigga.
Alright guys, so let's finish this video up.
And basically, since it's actually been in a downtrend, to break out of this downtrend, we must break this channel, or as we call it, a bear flag. The first thing you guys do in the morning is, you guys take chances, and the first thing you want to do is buy at open and this and that, because it's an amazing setup. Holy crap. Sometimes the best thing to do is sit and wait. Why? Is because, like me, I'm the guinea pig. I test everything, and then I alert it, and you guys end up getting below me, which is great. You have to test the move. You have to make sure the move confirms. The move confirmed is a hold above 204.42 tomorrow on close, not hitting this resistance, getting above it for the first 20 minutes and say, oh, we got above it. Now that's it. Now it confirms. Confirming is a hold above. Look as you go across the board, this level is very important. Above purple, bullish. Below purple, bearish. Bearish 2 gray bars. Here, bounced off green. Nice hammer. Not a hammer, actually. Nice, almost engulfing. But it was a gap down, pushed up, then a gap up, came right back down to gray bar. So this is another test. Previous breakout areas are great entry points. Starters are always recommended. Full positions aren't.
Starters are always recommended.
This was a breakout gray bar here. Broke above it. Came back up. Came back
All right, so we gotta go to our trading notes because what he just told us was very important. Very, 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 very important. I bought this new keyboard, you guys. I love it for my gaming PC. So, she like the way that I move. She like the way that I talk. She like the way that I move. Alrighty. So what? Alright, I'll go right now. So trading psychology is the other book. New vocab word. Okay, so this is the three 12 MP4. So notes. So when patterns are looking bullish and be the guinea pig.
Down. Okay, now we're testing it one more time. This is that gray bar is the breakout level. Now it's a support area. And this is actually a bullish pattern right here too. So target is 27.10, 20, what, 210, 27. So we're looking at 210 calls this week. The spread is massive, just letting you guys know. It looks pretty cheap, saying 45 cents on the ask, and I think like 10 cents on the bid. That is a 250 difference. That spread is actually not a good spread. So what we have to do is bid, or we just wait. We wait to see if there's another push down. Me, I always love an open inside of another candle off of a support level. I can alert here, 202.95, test here and open up. Test here and open up as well. Set an alert. This is also, in a sense, you could say educational purposes, because I'm teaching you how to mark your charts. Above 204.42, starter. This will be the lotto, and going forward, I'm actually looking at weeklies for this one. So, not weeklies, I'm sorry. I'm looking at monthlies for this one. So, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to go into my phone to access it, so it doesn't mess up the chart. Yeah, the Mark 210s are 10 by 45 cents. Horrible spread. Would have to have them bring the ask down. I was looking at, hold on. There we go. So we're looking at, I don't know where I put this here. Oh, this was actually a lotto for a long time ago. So I'm looking at June 21st, 240 calls, and April 220 calls. They're pretty cheap, 95 cents by $1.40. By April, if this is the channel, how it plays out, if this is exactly how it plays out, by April, this is how I also determine for calls. April 18th would be right around here. Perfect. Which will get us, if at 230, and we're buying at 220, so that puts us 10 points in the money. How would I trade this? I would hold this. This is an April expiry. If it's up 20%, I am not going to sell a monthly that is up 20%. I'm sorry, me personally. But if I have 10 contracts, I'm going to sell at least 2 of them, yes. But am I going to sell my whole position and then be pissed off in the long run? Oh, man, I should have held it. Okay, you had 6 weeks before it expires. DK comes in ranges. Small ranges. All right, so if I bought puts for this, a move like this, let's just say I bought a puts for a move like this. These small ranges, these are decays. Bigger ranges speeds up the process for your premiums and gives it a little pop. More small ranges, decays. Bigger ranges, even better. So we can do small moves up, but once you get that big move, your premiums jump as well. The value of the premiums increase. So this is one that I'm looking at long-term for us for April and for June. A play that we can definitely sit on. And it's priced just right. The 240s for June are, 115 by 165. So in a month, or 2 or 3 or 4, and the Junes give you a lot of time. You get 3 months with the June. And the ranges on the monthlies has nice big ranges when it actually moves. This was a 55-point range. So watch this candle for the monthly close. I think this is next week. No, 2 weeks. This candle closes. It'll be a great indicator too. If they hammer this out, if this hammers this week, and we get anywhere over 208 to 210 close on a Friday, that's a good time to start opening. Because for the next monthly, we're gonna probably test 229, get a nice range here. 254s by what is I said June. But 240s will be another 10 points in the money. Another one on radar. This is high for you guys. HII. AGIO, we have played it. And this is March 15th. I love this one a lot. This is the monthly chart. E-Rock. The 65 calls are they're getting cheaper. They are definitely getting cheaper. And they can be for a great lotto as well for the weeklies. These are my levels. I posted these a while ago. A lot of you play this one. You guys made money off of it. Did pretty well. It's actually priced right again. The best part about options is they tend to come back to where we originally bought them at, sometimes even cheaper. If this channel is true, 315 is the expiry here. 315. If this is true, and as I usually do, I'll do I don't know if I did it from here, but I'm gonna do an extension. To give you guys an idea. So if it comes down, it will come down. It has to get over 66.19. So I'm not going to use that one. So I'm actually going to cancel this out. I'm going to actually move it up a little bit more closer. Let's try this level. Bring it up here. And bring it down. Trying to get it to line up perfectly with this little bottom here that they have right here. Move. Let's try it from this level here. This is what we consider previous day now, as tomorrow's a new day. Bring it into here. Let's open this up now. This is our daily. I like that 30 SMA, 14 SMA bounce. Very interesting channel too. A very clean one. You have another channel within another channel. I'm not trying to complicate things and make it look as crazy as it is, but these are the channels and other channels. Break out above 64.83. Maybe one more test of 63.78. Nice bounce off of that. I mean, we can see it open down. I mean, a down open, a gap down tomorrow for the market would actually be good, healthy. It also allows me to buy some more SPY calls. See, I can actually remove this and I can go and do this. Because like I told you guys, what we need to, look at that, super clean. Let me hide this gray bar here. Like I told you guys, what we need is 281 plus close Friday. Will set us up for that, what is it? 28.63 on ESF. So I'm expecting 64 bounce. That's going to price our premiums just right. If we can get a bounce here, our 30 SMAs actually. So if we got down, it actually sucks the 30 SMA up, and that will bring the 30 SMA in between 63.80 and 64.01. So a nice open here, and then retrace back up. That would be nice. High of the day today was 65.39. So it actually moved nicely today. From Tuesday, this was open, hit a high range, came right back down midday, in between So I would do 4 hour. This would be very interesting. Come Wednesday, we can see this at 66.50. As long as I get over 65.39, I mean, we get a close above 65.39 by Friday or even by Thursday, that would actually be very impressive. Tomorrow's actually Wednesday. This gap up is irrelevant because this is actually a closed gap. It would have to be more significant above here for that to actually get filled. Yeah, the video is already recorded. Everything's recorded. This was recorded, as I stated. Drive safe, please. You guys want to see something funny? Look at this. I just look at charts. All right. Top of channel. Big drop. Right? Comes down, bottoms out, comes back up, hits a resistance, comes back, bounces off. Now, look at here. Top of channel. Comes down, bottoms out, tops here. But we want to see a bounce here, come back up, at least over 65.39, and then channel out a little bit. Just a little bit. The thing about price is it likes to come back below the MAs to reset, and then it takes back off again. How's ES doing tonight? Oh my God. We got a vacuum. This is actually a healthy vacuum too. I want to see us bounce off the 14 SMA. We're not going to bounce off the 30 SMA just as of yet. I want to see the 14 SMA bounce, so 278, 82, 75. Round it to the nearest quarter. It'll be a nice flag here going across if they can hold this gray area. The 14 SMA is going to come down to about 278, come up to about 278, 82, 75. Also, another one, we have BKNG. This one, I actually wanted to talk about a lot today. A lot. And I want to show you why. BKNG has been the underdog for, 2 weeks now? Since that big gap down. And we found support today just above the 14 SMA. Booking, yeah. I gotta get that. It's for freaking live tomorrow. That would be epic. And we found support. And look what happens with the 14 SMA, how it channeled out with the mid-fib combo. Now we're finding support above the 14 SMA. A pullback tomorrow to 1731.13 would actually be healthy, a nice open there, and then a close higher. Similar to something like this. See how this worked out here? Moved up, came up to here. So this is a 4-hour chart actually. So got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gap up. Candle combo, and then a little bit higher. 1, 2, 1, 2. This was actually a little bit different, but pretty impressive. We got a continuation. We see 1753. This 30 SMA is going to hit at least by Friday. I give it by Friday. If not Friday, Monday. 1789.22. A gap up will actually pull this down and level off level off right around here. And bring this in for you guys here. I use this to basically find out where's the next level it's going to bring the 30 SMA down to. 1771, if they do that. But it depends. If we get like a big move tomorrow, then this is probably going to stabilize here around 1789.22. As I stated on Twitter today, I told you guys BKNG has a weekly range of 75 points on average. On average. Good, healthy ranges. 75 points was last week. We do 75 points this week. That's another 25 points. Today's high was 1740. Wait. Sorry. 1740 plus another 25 points equals 1765. Sorry. Or this is a weekly. We can just vacuum straight up to the 14 SMA, which is 1772.88. Or we can just see 1789.22. I mean, that's just me speaking. Anything's possible. As much as we vacuumed outside of the 14 and 30 SMA, we can vacuum right back to it. And the reason I say this is, for example, of course, there's more. Let me remove this. Bring this in a little bit. Okay. So look here. Big down move for BKNG, right? And it's at the same gray bar. This gray bar is no joke. But when we get back to this gray bar and we test it again, BKNG is going to actually break out and head to new highs. If it wasn't so expensive, the leaps would be so nice with this one. It's just the timing has to be good. Maybe one more down move after we get up here, come back down, bounce off here maybe, and then pop back up, or somewhere around here, 1637. But big move down, stabilized the next day, moved up higher, big move down, big move up, small range, big range, big move down, stabilized. Let's see what happens this week. If they want to, there's a big gap that needs to be filled. And where does the gap need to be filled at? Timing with gap fills. Let's see. Started here. Oops, no. Hold on. I want to actually calculate something real quick. This is off of daily, so it does take time to fill the gaps. It does certain times. So here, this was a gap fill here. So from November to, wow, basically the new year of that year, the gap was filled. So that's a 2 month, it took 2 months to fill the gap. For this one, and 2 months from here, actually, let's do this. So I like to use boxes just to calculate. So from here to here, this is where the box filled, right? Duplicate, move it over, oops. Bring this over. I don't know what I did. Okay. All right, here we go. This gap never filled, but it topped out just about the same time. Oops. Okay, so I just need to do for the timing. For this to fill the gap, it will happen around 424, right? Let's just say that happens. So what I do from here is I go into BKNG. Definitely gonna look, it's gonna definitely be expensive. But 424, April, let's see what's closest around that one. April 26, 18, what is that? 1883. They're actually pretty cheap. And somebody opened up today too. So April 18 calls are $6.30. Volume will definitely be up and down right now. The spread is horrible. Somebody filled 16 at 630 average, 625 average. So if this is the timing, this is right, or if this actually vacuums up even faster than that, these premiums could work out. I'm actually gonna put this on watch, and that's what I'm gonna do. Probably roll into these. I'm gonna actually try to roll this BKNG. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Doesn't even mean that's gonna always come. It's gonna even come up here. It can even come down to here at 1856. So let's just put a timestamp. I like to use this here. They're gonna bring this up, possibly, very possible, and then you have. Oh, do from here. Let's just say this. It was something like this. We got something, say like this, right? This all lines up perfectly here. They got to fill that gap, bring it back down, test 1789, go to 1883, come back down to 1799, and start making its way back up. This is going to be very interesting. And the funny part is with BKNG, when you buy out that much far, it's actually more expensive than it is now. And if there was a channel that we were playing this channel here, going straight across to 2100 by what, 2020, those are probably expensive. There's another way you can play leaps too. So it's what, January 2020s. That is 2100. Very expensive. Yeah, they're expensive. Somebody bought one today for 4.8K. I didn't comment on BKNG. I didn't comment on MAR because I wanted. They came right back to that 120.68 gray bar. It topped at this gray bar here, which was 121.64. Into those, the 1880s, and let's see how that plays out. It was 121.64. I don't know why I didn't take profit there just to re-enter. That gap fill can happen, which is, let me see, bring that down. At 122.16. This range is ridiculous. This is a $2.49 point range. You got somewhat of a falling wedge also. A little tacky one, but not too bad. Yeah, if it doesn't look clean, I don't chart it. I'm gonna leave these levels for tomorrow because this is actually important.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at some plays, see if we can notice some juicy plays. So we already looked at our YouTube video for today. That's our account.
DJ Bolt in the building. Pulling out the coupe at the lot. Told her 12 bucks swat. Buzzing all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals. We been trapping like the 80s. She said the so got a cash app. Told them wipe a no. Say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul. And I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where I was at back, where the stash at. Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac. Cause I know they have to where the bag at. Gotta move smarter, gotta move hard.
I'd like to see how this plays, but
What? Oh wait, what do I do? My mom's calling you.
Alright. If we shoot up, I'm pissed. Bro. I fucked up. I'm mad. Alright then guys, well I'm gonna end the stream here. Have a good night. I'll be on tomorrow at 6. 6 starting the stream and starting recording or starting the waiting lobby at 6 and around 6